put this on. Let me figure who this person is that is knocking at my brain. Um, who are you? Hmm. They're like fighting. Why are you fighting? They're like fighting to get in, not fighting in a bad way. Like, oh, you
Just
got
trying.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how they're doing right now. Hold on, I'm putting on my music whatever. One. You think she's with you? No, she's with me. Like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Um, very almost like catty. Hold on. So what? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Stupid YouTube ads. There we go. Okay. Put that down here. What are you? I'm hearing words right now. She's taking good care of herself. Yes, she is. Like that. You do, you go to the gym.
mhm.
Yeah. I said, well, what does she do to take care of herself? She goes, she goes to the gym, and I see you,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay, so she does that. She says that stretch around. Hold on. They talk about you going. I have no idea. There's like they're being here with you on that. What? What? Okay, I'm sorry. This is very random. Haven't ever had this come up before. Are you like contemplating joining a different gym?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So
That's
this
so
is what they
funny.
talk about. They go, why did she go there? She needs to go to another one. No, but it's fine. I don't know if she wants to pay more there. I mean, but it is good, you know, like that. That's right here. And it's like, you should, no, you shouldn't. And I'm like, what are y'all doing?
That's
Um,
funny.
what that's the first time that's ever happened in my head. Um, what? Where are you going? What? Did you oh, this is difficult. This is
Uh-oh.
difficult. Um, there somebody is upstairs, somebody is downstairs, which means this is has two stories or something.
Yes.
And she is saying, "Will you come down here?" And so they're yelling at each other in your house. Hold on. I'm asking them what they're
Oh,
doing.
that
Somebody
is so weird. Yes, it's upstairs, downstairs.
she goes, there's a woman in my head that is, and I'm gonna try to figure out who these are. There's one up here with you that is like, hold on. Is there a guest bedroom up here that needs like sheets on the bed or something?
Yeah. Uh-huh. My
Right.
daughter.
Up here, and she gets a sheet for a bed, and she goes like that, and
Uh-huh.
she's talking to a woman that's downstairs. It's a little bit more plump or like well endowed here. She's a little bit heavier, and she's telling her, "Can you come up? Can you come up here?" I don't know. So you have two
Oh,
ladies in your house right now. I'm gonna try to
oh,
figure out who they are. But one's actively like trying to make your bed, even though it's not happening. And that for me is a couple of things. That means that they're trying to help you out with the chores that you need to do.
oh,
That also means that they live in your house with you and they're a part of your daily life, and they're trying to show that they haven't left.
oh my
Um,
gosh.
oh, that's what they do. Hold on. So what? Can you tell me who? Whoever this our mother our Kachu.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Um, she is slightly what do you call it? Not annoyed, not aggressive, but she kind of she's like talking crap to this Lulu person in my head.
Oh, they're
I don't
sisters,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, she's like being catty. They're being
Uh-huh.
catty.
Yeah.
But they love each other though. But she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Get up here. Will you come up here?" You know, it's like, "Oh, yes, fine. I'm coming. I'm coming." Okay. What? Can you tell me? Mm, Hachu, I ask her, I go, what happened with you? What happened with you? She goes, no, no, we don't need to talk about that. She goes, go and talk to her. Go and talk to her. And I'm like,
Poor
okay,
thing.
fine.
Yeah.
We'll pass the buck. She
Mhm.
says that it's almost like Lulu likes the attention.
Yeah.
She likes the attention. She's like, oh, fine. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh yeah, it's the personality thing.
Uh-huh.
Lou, what? She's on. Kachu doesn't like to look old. She doesn't like to be old. She
Right.
doesn't like to look that way at all. Um, did Lulu end up living a longer life than the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Because she goes, Lulu, when she says, I don't, when the other one Kachu says, I don't like to be old. I never got there. I didn't want to get that way. And Lulu goes, I didn't like that. And I'm like, you must be crazy. It's like, we're very proud of that. And she
Yeah.
says that
Mm-hmm.
did Lulu get to her 70s?
80s.
80s. Okay, so Kachu says, she says in my head, the
Yeah.
word she shows, she goes, why would you be excited about that? Why would you be happy about that? You were deaf, dumb, and blind by the end of it, like that. And I'm like, y'all are being mean to each other. It's mean. And for me, she doesn't feel that old, but she was.
Yeah.
Which would make sense on that comment.
Mhm.
Hold on. Was Kachu did she catch an illness too late or something?
Cancer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Because she goes, Lulu is talking to her and she goes, well, if you would have caught it earlier, if
Yeah.
you would have done it earlier,
Oh.
you would have been here too. And I'm like, all right, so they're just talking crap. They die like 15 years apart.
They're, gosh, so she was 82. I would say, oh gosh, I should know this.
Okay.
I would think like around there.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lulu was the youngest.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
She was the baby
Okay.
of the whole, well, no, she was the youngest daughter.
Yeah.
So, and then my uncle was younger than her. Well, he's still alive. There's only one left.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So because Kachu is talking about, well, I was the first one to go. Well, it's hard when I wait around because it's been like 15 years like that. And I was
Oh
like, okay,
yeah,
so
it's been 15 years since she's passed. Yes.
yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes, oh, it's been 15 years. What do you mean? And I'm like,
Yes.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why
Yeah.
what? The uncle, he's not gonna go. He's not gonna go. He's like old leather. He just keeps breathing, And I was like, oh, says that you watch out after him, you take care of him.
No. Oh
Oh.
no. The uncle? Are they talking about
Their brother, the last one left.
their? Oh no, he lives pretty far from me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
She says he's like old leather, and then he says, don't worry. They go, don't worry, she'll watch after him or she'll look after him, which means like checking on him. I don't think he
Wow.
actually lives with you. It's like he's okay with being by himself. He's okay with not, whatever. Hold on, let's figure that out for you. Come back over here. What? Hold on. One of them's humming, singing in my head. I'm like, the one that's downstairs. No, wait. Do you have wine ever so often, but like you're a lightweight?
Yes, I can't.
Drink,
Yeah,
yeah.
one or two.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so she goes like this. One of them is making fun of you, right? Because they're
Okay.
kind of like merging right now. And she goes, "Oh, mm, she's like cleaning a wine glass." She goes, "She's so fast. She can't. She can't do it. But she looks so good. Do you see her like that?
Oh
They
my
are
gosh.
having a great time with you. So what about? I'm gonna ask them about you some more. Hang on. What do they call? Hold on. I almost want them to call you like a nickname, like
Uh,
Chicha or something like that. Like just something random.
mhm.
I don't know. I don't know all the nicknames. That's the whole hard part for me right now. Hold on. Says, what do you mean you don't know what to do? You have all this time. You have all this everything. What do you mean? Like you're set, you're good, you're set, you're good. Hold on.
Mm.
She like jokes and says, go and try to save homeless kids. And I was like, she's not gonna go and save homeless kids. Stop. And then she talked about not wanting dirty little feet in your house. I said, I get it. Says that, do you have a small dog?
Yes, she's right there. Do you see her? Donna.
No. Oh, you so they're talking about I go, well, what about the kids? No, no. You know why? Because they show little dog, tiny little dog, they go, gets treated better than all of them.
Oh.
Like that. And so then your dog just popped his head up. That's so funny. Says that they love your dog though. Is that a
Oh.
female?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Okay. Because they go, pretty little girl, pretty
Yeah.
girl, pretty girl. That's what they're saying. Says that hold on. Your dog is actually nervous about a lot of things. Like,
Yes.
yeah, very cautious. It's okay. Usually Chihuahuas are very raw, and I'm here
Okay.
and I'm going to kick your ass. Yours is like,
Oh.
that's what they're talking about how they call her. They try to call her, and then she's very nervous about
Wow.
it all. And so if you ever see your dog getting extra nervous and staring at something for no reason, it's these women that are harassing her. They, this is
Oh
what
my
they
God.
do. What? Stop. I can't tell her that. Hang on.
Oh no.
Oh no, but they're like they're harassing you. Do you not put up like a memorial altar for them or anything like that?
I did last Halloween, like Dia de los Muertos, but I took it down. They want me to put it back
Mhm.
up? Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I have one for all the time, and a lot of people have them for all the time. And
Oh my
I
God.
go, what? And they go, do you see? Do you see? She doesn't have anything for us up. She has
Oh.
nothing for us. And I go, these women are such a big part of her life. I said, I know she doesn't. Do you see? Everything everywhere, but nothing for us. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
so please, just put a little thing up. Oh, Santa Day, what? Something about farming, something about weird. Hold on, where are they going with this? There's so many fields. Where are they all at? What are you doing? Hold on. She says, my big strong man. What did I know? So now she's trying to talk about relationships. Hang on. Hold on. Were their husbands farmers?
Um,
Ranchers?
okay, Rand. My okay, so my mom Lulu, she married okay, well, maybe not ranchers, but he's from the ranch they call like in Mexico, El Rancho. Oh,
Oh,
that's what they call.
interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So they put fields and then they go and they take that away and like farm and they're like, no. And then they go and they put my parents have a horse ranch
Mhm.
and they put that and I was like, ranch. And then they put their family and that they live there or that this is a thing. Interesting.
Okay, so
What is
that
El
might be
Rancho?
so like in Mexico, and they were both born in Mexico. So in like small towns, and that's how they call them, like the ranch or rancho. Yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's
Oh,
just mhm,
okay, okay. Yeah, that's a new one for me. I was like, what does
mhm.
this mean? Hold on, my total page is up. Let me go. Let me ask more. Hold on. They are so condescending about you.
Oh, yes.
They go, oh, look at her fancy house. Look at
Oh.
this. You see this? Oh, like that. I'm like, stop. They say it with the face. Hold on. The eyebrows, the eyebrows. I don't know what we're talking about. I think they're making fun of me too. One, they like your bags, your
Oh,
purses.
okay.
Whereas I don't know what's going on with that. That's what they say. They like it. Hold on. They're very proud of you. They like that you're powerful. They like that you tell people what to do or whatever this
Oh,
is. They like that you're like lady boss. That's what it feels like to me. They
uh-huh.
like that were you like a director or something?
I was a enterprise account executive, strategic accounts for
Yeah.
UPS. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I go, what is this girl? And they put you in a suit like
Yeah,
that. And
I
they
had
keep
to
talking
dress
about
up.
you telling her, mm-hmm. She hold on. They just had, oh, this is weird. I've never had this. So they put you like this. They put you walking through the hallways and they put people going and like looking. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Um, did you meet
Oh,
somebody through your company that you got married to?
yeah, I did.
Oh,
I'm not married to him. No, we moved. Well, he moved in, and then it didn't work out, so he moved out.
that's gone. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
She goes like this. She has you walking around like this, and then she has all the people's heads turning, and then I go, and then I go, "What are you doing for?" And she goes, "Do you know?" They, "Hmm, you know? And I was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" And then they talk about, I don't like him. And I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
why we don't like. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
geez,
says
God.
that he says he cries. He whines. Man, I'm like, stop. Is he a little bit younger?
Yes.
Yeah, she says, "See, you got a younger one. He's stupid."
That's exactly. Oh my God.
That's what they said. These women are fun. That's
Uh-huh.
the best thing. What? He's fine. But I said, "What about you?" I said, "What happened to yours?" He's dead. Okay, I'm by myself. What? I wonder if somebody got shot and we didn't know what happened, or murdered and didn't know what happened. There's something about a male getting murdered and didn't know what happened. I don't know. Do you have any idea on that?
Oh, a male getting murdered?
Yeah,
Oh,
weird.
shoot.
It's nothing your generation. It's nothing your generation.
Oh, it's not.
Um, yeah, it's almost like if it's something to deal with one of the ladies and it's like somebody back in like the 60s, 70s, 60s. And but that's the best I can give you on that. Hang on,
Okay.
let me ask more on this. Hold on. What happened? Lulu, hold on. Did we have to put Lulu on life support?
I yes.
Okay. Okay. She goes, I
Well,
said, so Lulu, what happened when
no,
you
the
said
other
you're
one, the other one was on my support. Well,
the other one? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It's okay. They're talking about they go, it's weird because they're like together,
Okay.
symbiotic. And I go, so what happened? What happened to you? Can you tell me? They go, stop," which means my version of they pulled the plug and I was ready. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And they say that Was she a Guadalupe person?
Guadalupe.
A
Well,
lady of Guadalupe?
both of them loved Virgin of Guadalupe. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so she's over here with
Uh,
me. Well, I have a massive. Hold on, let's see if you can see it.
let's see.
I don't know if you can. Oh,
Oh,
you
yes,
can. Hang
yes.
on.
I can see the
Oh yeah,
bottom.
yeah. I have a huge statue over here,
Oh,
and
uh-huh.
they keep turning around, making me turn around and look and touch it, and I'm like, okay, okay.
Oh
And
my
that usually means
gosh.
that they love her. It's an amazing, by the way, it is a thing. And they just want to talk about it. One.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Where? They're funny. These ladies, and I want to go into you. I said, I want to go into you. She's going, no, stay with me.
Oh, oh.
They're talking about trying to go on your patio with you. They're talking about how she stays inside. You stay inside. She says, little woman, big couch. She says that you should go get a massage, but I know you don't. You need to. She says that, yeah, she goes, oh, she needs to go relax. And she goes, oh, she doesn't like people touching her. And I was like, oh, okay. And she says that, maybe you thought about going into property, but I don't think you need to do that. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Something about you making a difference in your community and like supporting, and I don't know. They just gave a donation to a Catholic church in my head. That's interesting. They weird. You won't do that, but they're doing that.
I've done it. I did it
Oh, did
the last
you
10 years. Mm-hmm.
really?
Every year, yeah. Through United Way. It would come out of my check.
Oh, how interesting. Cool. Okay. Sorry, they show me a Catholic church and they show money like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right. It's very intense. Wait, so what about they're glad that guy's gone. They're glad that guy. They're talking about they say some terrible things in my head. And it's funny. They're talking about how he would snore like that. They're talking about how they go, oh, it sounds like a bear. And I'm like, stop. And they're talking about we're glad he's gone. Hold on. Have you thought about getting a brother for your dog?
Oh my gosh. Well, we have another dog, a big dog. He's half German Shepherd and half Husky, but he's outside right now because I don't want him. He likes to play and bark. So
Yeah, okay, I get that. Okay. Yeah, they go brother for the dog. I go, okay, so you do have one. He
mhm.
says that one. So where question, are you anywhere? Hold on, I'm gonna figure out this. Very random. They keep showing my mother-in-law. Are you anywhere near like San Diego County
Yeah, maybe like about
or
how
like
far is it?
Temecula?
Yes. Temecula is like maybe 40 miles, 35, 40
Okay.
miles. Mhm.
Okay. Interesting. Where are you at?
I'm in Southern California. You know where Ontario
I've
is? Like,
seen it. Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
Fontana, I'm like Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh,
Mhm,
oh, okay, okay,
mhm.
yeah. Okay, interesting. All right, yeah. They kept showing me desert over and over again, and I'm like, she just doesn't seem like a New Mexico person. She didn't seem like a New Mexico person to me.
Oh,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's
That's
hot
my
over here.
for yeah. Oh yeah, it's hot over here. It's definitely for y'all. Wait, but
Yeah.
it's dry heat at least.
Yes.
What? Did we end up burying these other two ladies back in Mexico? Did we send them back?
No. Um, so one buried over here in like Los Angeles, and then the
Oh,
other one in Kansas because her they moved over there to Kansas.
That's why they're so far away. Okay.
Yeah.
She keeps us so separate. And I was like,
Oh.
okay, so they're far away. It doesn't matter. They just like being together. What I want to ask them about you. And so you do have kids. You do have kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, she goes, I said, so what's going on with her life? She's just like single and living the life? And they go, no, she's a great mom. I go,
Oh.
oh, they love you. They go,
Oh.
hold on. Oh, are you becoming a grandma?
Not that I know of. Oh, shoot.
Okay, we're just gonna keep that there.
Okay.
I asked them and oh, so how old are the kids? I go, do they have kids yet? Is she a grandma yet? How does that work? And
Yeah.
then I hear you going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna be a grandma like that. That's
Oh.
why I said, are you becoming a grandma? Oh, hold on. I know. Take a drink. One. So you have a son and a daughter?
2 daughters.
2 daughters. Okay, okay. Interesting. There's somebody that has a very heavy beard. And so I'm trying
Okay,
to figure out
let
what
me explain that. Oh my God.
yeah.
The little one, 15-year-old, she has PCOS, and it has, like, I guess the effects of it, she
Yeah.
gets, like, hair right there.
Ah,
So,
it's true. Yeah, they show beard. That's why I was like,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
That's so crazy.
I know, isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Not that, but the fact that they would bring that up, that's what I was like,
Yeah,
what?
like, oh my poor.
Um,
And she gets, poor
mhm,
thing, because she gets bullied about it, and I bought her a razor and
really? Oh, tell her, I mean, what was it? I'm in a menopause I'm what, 33 now. I've been menopause for 10 years now. And I have one dark hair that grows right here and I pull it out all the
yeah.
time. Well, like once a
Mhm.
month. But that's it. That's all I get. But I get it. I get it. Interesting. So she needs to work on her diet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Says that, hang on. She's too sweet for that. I said, what about, I said, are we at risk of suicide or anything like that? And they talked about her being very, very sad, being, but,
Yes.
but they talk about her not getting to that level, which is
Okay.
what I want to look at. So we'll look at her chart. We'll look at your chart. We'll figure out if there's a risk of that. They're saying no. She says that one of them, Lulu goes, she needs to go out and she needs to say, I am me. Mm. Stop. Stop. Um, So she wears very plain clothes to like cover everything up or plain clothes all the time?
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a style that these kids are in right now, so it's kind of like just a lot of it just black,
Yeah.
black, and
Yeah. Yeah. She talks about her being very just
yeah.
plain, plain.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Says that one. And the other one is doo 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 doo
Oh
doo.
yeah.
That's what she says. I go, what is the other one like? And I go, really? So tell me more about her. Oh, is the 15-year-old one the older one?
No, the older one she'll be 26.
Oh, that's why she's out all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into that. So she had a hard time butting heads with you, and then now she's like finally like kind of
Yeah.
on her way. Okay, good. She goes, one of them goes, oh, they, but now she's good. I go, okay. She says that that's where that comes from. Does a 26-year-old not have her degree?
She's working on it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
I go, what is it? I said, how is she? I said, 26, and this is her mother. I said, where is she at right now? I said, is she like the executive? And she goes, And she says, no degree yet. And I said, okay. And she says that she needs to watch out for like falling in love. Like that's a big thing. She needs to hold on. Where? What is she doing in it? Whatever she's getting in it, it's very boring for her and she does not particularly care for it. What is she going for? Is she going for like finance or business?
So right now she's a server, so she's works at a restaurant. So she's going
Yeah.
into nursing. Mhm.
Okay. We'll have to see if she has a lot of cancer. So what they talk about is with her, by the time she gets this, it will make her go like she'll be turned around. I would say has she thought about doing nursing, but going into more of like prenatal or like baby?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll look in to see what that is. So they're talking about how, hang on. I would say have her look at not just regular nursing. I'd say have her look at either like prenatal, so getting in with like pregnancy or like babies that, are being born prematurely and working with them, or look at like nurse anesthesiologist.
Oh,
So doing something like that because um I don't want her to get stuck and then feel like she's burnt out down
yeah.
the line. She needs something that's really, really interesting. So we'll look into that. And then the other one, hold on, plays her music way too loud. That's what she says. The moms and sisters, they go da 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 da, and I'm like, okay. Says that.
Oh my
Hold on.
God, that's so funny.
Uh-huh. What? She talks about that one going like, no, mom, I don't. Oh, and then like slamming the door or something or getting very upset. And like you're standing there like this, and then they're like, can I go? Are you gonna go get her? Are you because we will. Like they're all on your team of like beating some ass. What?
Oh my God.
They're cute though. Ooh. When are you gonna change? Have you already changed in or exchanged your like suburban type of thing for a sports car? When are you doing that?
Oh, Suburban. Well, okay. So I have it's no, I haven't changed it. I just got it maybe like when I retired, like about a year and a half ago. I got
What is it, like a GMC or something like that? What is it?
no, it's a Mitsubishi, but it's a SUV type
Okay, so like an Outlander. Okay, yeah,
Outlander. Yeah.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they have you, and I go, what else do you want to talk about? They talk about you need to do something for you, and I said, well, what does she need? And they put you in this like red sports car. It's like
Oh,
two-seater, poof. And then they go, she needs to do this. I said, she doesn't have that right now. I said, she's doing it, and they put you in this car that's way too big for you, and you're
yeah. Oh my
like looking
gosh.
over and stuff like that.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a huge one. They You listening to music by yourself in your car.
Mhm.
We're talking about being with you. They give you like silver angels, which is interesting. Haven't seen that before. They talk about one. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She needs to. They're all about making you pray. This is funny. Mm,
Oh.
hmm Yeah, they love you. So let's go into your chart for right now. You have some wonderful women living with you.
Oh,
Do you have any questions for me, or do you? I feel pretty confident that they're there with you.
yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? I sense them and I kind of like, right? I don't know which one does this or which one.
What?
I always see coins on the floor, like pennies and coins. And then I see like whatever, like white butterflies, white butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can tell you on that, if for the butterflies, it's going to be the Lulu thing. For the
Mhm.
coins, it's going to be the other one.
Oh, okay.
110%. Just because when you said butterflies, it went to her name in my head. And so it's like, okay, we're going to go there.
Okay.
Hold on. But I'm going to teach you what I want you to do. That way you know 110%. I want you to create a sign in your head and have them show it to you. Okay.
Mm,
So how do you do that? This is what I do. So instead of waiting around for them to show you a pattern that you pick up and you know it's them, that's the only way they can do it, right? What you do is you create a sign for them to show you, and then when they do, you know it's them. So what you do is, especially in the morning or like after this session, will be amazing for it. You sit there and you say, okay, Lulu, or okay, Kachu, um, this is a sign that I want it to be for you, right? And I would even say, the first one, say, Lulu, I want to see your name somewhere,
mhm,
right? And then do like Kachu say, I want to see like a pineapple or like a purple rose or something that you wouldn't normally see, right? Or even a word like a Yellowstone. I don't know, just something weird that you don't normally see. And then what you do is you say, I want to see this in the next 24 to 48 hours, and I'll know it's you. And then after that, you write it down somewhere. That way you can verify later that you actually said that, right?
mhm,
Or you text it to somebody, and then you wait, and then you go about your daily life, and it will show up. It will
mhm,
show up in your environment. And so that way you go, oh my God,
mhm.
how weird is that? And then they go, oh my God, finally she notices us. Right.
Oh,
So there's that back and forth. So that's what I do with my dad all the time. That's what I do with all of my family that's dead, because most of them are.
mm,
And I don't know, it's a cool thing. And so that way you give them an item and they can materialize it in your world.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think about that. Or do, I would even say for the first one, I would say ask for the Guadalupe, the lady, the
Mhm,
Virgin Mary. Ask to see that. And then and not just like, oh, if I'm scanning the TV, right? It's like you walk out and like somebody's gonna have like a shirt of it or something like that. You're gonna be like,
mm,
weird, right? Okay.
okay.
So yeah. So I want to look at your chart. When I'm talking about chart, this goes into kind of um when we're born, there are these frequencies, or these, everything is energy. Your body is energy, your source or your soul that's on top of it is energy. And another thing that we have is that there are these large celestial bodies. One's called the moon, one's called the sun, one's called Mercury, Mars, whatever it is. They emit a frequency, or they emit a sound. Well, whenever we pop out and we're born, we're hit with all these vibrations, we're hit with all these frequencies. And so, what that is that when we go, oh my God, what's your sign? You're like, oh, I'm a Leo. And people are like, I'm a Leo, but I don't fit all that. Well, it's because that Leo that you're talking about is only your outside personality. It's not like the 20 other signs that you have of you that create who you are. And those signs are created because of the frequencies or the alignments of the planets. And so it's not so much that you are, this sign named Leo. It's the fact that you're viewing your world, or that part of your world, through this frequency, almost like glasses. And so when you are in alignment with who you are or how you vibe, then you can find your path and you keep going. But so many times in life, we get put on a path of like, this is where I need to go, right? My job, my kids, my things like this, right? And so now you're at a new point where now you don't have to do that. Now you can explore who you are and what you need to do and what will make you happy and yet successful, because those two go hand in hand. So I want to look at your vibes. I want to see what that is. And I will tell you mine if you tell me yours. So my date of birth is November 7th of 1988. When is yours?
January 28th, 1968.
Oh, my little Aquarius. Okay, that
Mhm,
means that you are everybody's cheerleader.
mhm.
Hey, yes. So 1968, you said, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, awesome. And then I was born in Houston, Texas. What about you?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, okay, 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 gotcha. I got that. Okay, so there's that. So, oh, okay. So I'm gonna have a lot of weird looks for 2 seconds. You have a lot of what we like to call Cancer in you as well, because there's this very intense taking care of everybody aspect. Yep, because there you are. Ooh, this would be really hard for you. Have you ever thought about, hmm, this is gonna sound really weird, and you're gonna look at me and you're gonna be like, what? Have you ever thought about going into like art, or like practicing with that, or spiritual stuff, or getting into an area where you can, maybe if you opened up like an art studio or something, and you're gonna go, oh, I'm not good at art. No, it's because you haven't tried it yet, or you are too hard on yourself. or almost in like a meditative state, or look, you're here with me right now. It's like an area of just feeling and not so much working. So when I look at your chart, what this is that your sun sign or your outer personality, that's an Aquarius. That's quirky, that's fun, that's light, that's an air sign. That's I'm gonna be amazing today, like that whole thing. Now your moon, your emotional side, who you are, that is in Capricorn. So that's this heavy, driven, business minded, really good with money. I'm going to succeed no matter what. So then what does this mean to me? The reason you succeed is because of your intellect, because you're smart, because you know where to go and what to do. And that's exactly what you're doing over there and how you communicate. Now, this also means you do have a lot of Capricorn in you, which means that you need to own your own business. You need to run your own business. That's number one. The next thing is your communication style. How you talk is an Aquarius as well. So again, that's chatty, that's talkative, that's communicative, that's being everybody's cheerleader. So somebody great in like human resources, or pumping people up and helping them, get out of tough situations with families, or maybe working in like women's rights or things of that nature, or being part in helping our community. So we'll get into that too. Now you have a thing called a Venus. It's your love sign. This is how you want to be loved. This is how you give love in return. This is also in Capricorn. This means you don't give up on relationships. And you probably sit in them a little bit too long than you should, because you get very stubborn in them, especially if it is involving money, or if it's making us very comfortable, right? So it's like, okay, I'll just sit here for a little bit longer, but you've gotten out of that. This also means that your love language is working and supporting other people and saying, I can do this for you. Right. That's the
Mhm.
whole thing, which means you'll also have to have a partner that will do the same for you, but more, in order for you to respect them in a way. Because you do. Now, the other thing with this is your Mars. So your Mars is your drive in life. It's sex. It's also what you would do to make your heart happy. So yours is in Pisces. And so that's all about spirituality, art, going with the flow, music. And now you have this whole thing where or getting into like feelings or counseling, or creative aspects. So for me, this means, if I'm looking at this, we need to do something where we can communicate to people, where we're talking, where we're orating, where we're getting people together and having a good time. It needs to be our business because we own it, and it's going to be our sector. It needs to be light and airy, where it's allowing people to open up spiritually and be a better version of them, which will then in tune make us a better version of ourselves. And so
Mhm.
this almost feels like more of like an outreach, or even like a nonprofit, or maybe we work for like Habitat for Humanity, or maybe we go through and we help like the Hispanic community in our area get out of, bad areas. Like there's so many different things. And so that's kind of the lines where it is. If you did houses, so when I said, let's not, I want you to do property, but I don't want you. So why would I say that? Because we have a thing called a Lilith. It's our shadow side. It's the side that we are trying to get away from being like. So your Lilith is in Taurus. What this means when your Lilith is in Taurus is that you are going to have to go through this growth area where you realize that material things don't mean the value of who you are, right? So it's like, just because I have a big house, it doesn't mean I'm a good person, right? Just because I have this stuff, doesn't mean that, that I've made it, right? I need love. I need to find meaning. I need to find these deeper core beliefs within me. And so what happens is that you're going to be working through an area of the old versus the new. The old is, man, I made it up here, now I have my, Chanel bag that's $20,000, and I can drive this and I'm good. But at some point that's going to feel empty, and you're going to start feeling like, okay, so I don't have the security blanket, I'm not going to buy this. Wow, okay, maybe I'm going to live a little bit more simply. Maybe I'm helping other people. It doesn't mean we live poor. It just means now it's like, all right, instead of going and spending 5K on shoes and a purse, we go, I'm going to go and I'm going to help this family pay their rent this month, because the dad died and the mom has 4 kids and she can't work because childcare is 90. It's like, we're going from all material to more of like an emotional, spiritual side. That doesn't mean we need to let everything go, sell everything, and move to Timbuktu, but it does mean that you will go through this transformation of like, maybe it's okay for me to live on an island and sleep in a hammock and
Mhm.
put my money in storage and enjoy it at the same time, a little bit more simpler.
Mhm.
So the other thing too is that your north node, this is what your soul is trying to become. Your north node is in Aries. So what this means for me is right now, everything that you've done, everything that you built, everything that you will do up until the point where you come to a realization that you need to do things for yourself. It's going to kind of be a struggle. You're always going to be working for other people, not only like emotionally, physically, mentally. And so what this means when you have your north node in Aries, it means that you need to step aside and do something for you. So do something that makes you happy, that we don't do something on the whim of, okay, well, it will allow my, I'm not saying this is bad, but it will allow my, if I quit this, then I won't pay for my, you know, 26-year-old daughter's groceries. Oh my God, I got to keep doing this. I got to keep working, and we've all been through that. I mean, I've been in that too, right?
Mhm.
But you would have to come to a point where you allow people to fly, and that way your soul can soar as well. It doesn't mean we'd forget, it just means we can be a little selfish and
Mhm.
to indulge in our own and what makes our soul happy. So this would be a thing if like one day, you get a wild, this would be kind of a setup for it. One day you get a wild hair, you're coming home from Starbucks or whatever, and you go, you know what, I'm going to sell the house, I'm going to move to Costa Rica, and I bought, $150,000 home there that's on an island, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna clean my house, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna become a writer and a painter. And that's what, and people are like, and you come home and you tell your kids, and they're like, Mom, you've lost it. And you're like, no, I think I'm gonna go do this for me. And they're like, we think Mom's lost it. And you're just like, no, no, it's for me. And then like you leave and you go do that. That would totally be a thing for this North Node area. You do something that's a little bit more selfish, that's
Uh-huh.
for you, that would love and would allow your soul to be happy. So this would be your greatest challenge between supporting everybody else and keeping a status quo, or doing what makes your soul happy and finding meaning in it, but also being the teacher and the cheerleader for it as well. So this is the conundrum that you will face. Now the last thing with this is that we have a thing called a fifth house. It is where our relationships are. It's how we deal in relationships. It's what we want out of them. So yours is in Virgo. So this means you will always be with somebody that you have to fix.
Yes.
Okay. Because you see them and you see them as your knight in shining armor at first, but then you also enjoy a project. So what we have to do is we have to look within and say, you know what, I'm fucking great. Maybe I don't have to fix this person. Maybe I just have to relax, right?
Mhm.
But it also means that you have to find somebody that doesn't want to be fixed. You see?
Mhm.
So that's the difference. So here's your conundrum. So it's like I would say get the youngest out of school, right? Get in college, stuff like that, because you're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine. And then start finding stuff that makes your heart sing, and stop telling yourself no and that it has to be perfect, because you are your biggest enemy. Well, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go. Stop thinking, just go and do it. I don't know if I like it. Who knows? Who knows if you like it? Go try it. Go do it
Mhm.
first and then tell me if you don't like it or not, right?
Mhm.
You have a level of perfection that you want to be on point about it, but you can't get perfect unless you do it 2 or 3 times too. Okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Mhm.
so where did you need to go? I don't know. Think about inward, think about heart, think about and that doesn't mean, like I said, sell all your stuff, but we need to start somewhere where we go, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do this. It's going to be uncomfortable and we're going to try. And then we go from there. But I would
Mhm.
almost say you would need something in your own business, definitely. You need something where it's expressive. Or if you open, this is very random, but what if you opened like a line of, how they have those painting and drinking places?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, like if you open something like that where it's like a paint and drink thing, because that's also art, but that's business, right? So it's both. And you're able to bring people in and have them have a good time, right?
Mhm.
So stuff like that. I don't know. Just think about it. Think
Cool,
a little
yeah.
outside the box. Okay.
Mhm.
So for right now, I have another session I have to go to. Do you have any questions for me at all?
I think you covered everything. The only thing, like, okay, because right now I'm in a relationship, but I don't know if it's
No,
the one. No.
no, definitely not. No. Do you know why it's not the one yet?
Uh,
Just because of the vibe. I mean, it's
yeah,
okay, it's fine. It doesn't mean we have to go out and kill it and walk away from it. We don't have to do that.
yeah.
But you're a fixer, and that's okay. I was a fixer too. But we have to find, this is the best way of describing it. We have to find the passion within ourselves and the love within ourselves, and being okay with being here. Because you're looking for a pillar that's going to go and support with you. And this person wants to be a pillar, but they're looking at you as, you being their pillar. And what ends up happening is that if you're not your own pillars, you both crumble, right? So
Mhm.
it could be okay. It could be okay for a while. It'll be fine. Do I think it's the one? No. Do I think we need to back away and hang out for probably 6 or 9 months? So you're a freaking flirt, and it's great because I'm right there with you. But do I think we need to hang out for 6 months, 9 months in a year and find out what makes our soul happy first? Yes, because then what happens is when you find out that, you glow and you attract that same person that is also happy within. And then you
Mhm.
can both be amazing together. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So yeah. But yeah, so take a few moments, have a good breather, talk to them, tell them you love them. And then if you have any questions or if you think of anything, email me and let me know. Okay.
sounds good. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Welcome. I love you. Tell your
I
tell
love
your
you too.
ladies I love them too. They're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, sweetie.